Okay, so yesterday market opened here, sold off, filling that gap, and then we inversed it, right? So we charted here an inverse market gap from the previous day because it pushed to that bearish daily fair value gap that we had charted and right to the 50% of it, and then retraced before slowly grinding higher. Okay, and then this is where the market closed. Based off of this getting bought up, and grinding higher, I didn't have a short, scenario, right? This is the only one that I'd be looking for should we sell off. Inverse is 1 day daily fair value gap that has been support for, you know, days, weeks. Yeah, weeks. Um, if we break support there and inverse that, then I'm going to be looking for shorts to gap fill this down to 17,785.75. Until then, I'm just not shorting anything. If I do, it's going to be a quick scalp, for 10 points or 15 or 20 points or whatever, a move like this. Um, but that's it. We had figured that the market would push up, pull back into here, and grind higher. And I have these take profit zones up here. That did not happen today. We actually gapped down, sold off, and hung around in that new 1 day fair value gap here. Um, unless my trade idea plays out, I don't really trade. This was a choppy day right here, very choppy. I mean, we couldn't even get enough momentum to get up here and try and fill this yet. So we'll leave that on the charts. I suspect it will get filled at some point. I might be saving it for another day. What's weird is that market gap. Let's I don't want to remove that, but I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove this bullish or this bearish hourly. And look, the gap in the market here is okay. Let's erase this so we can see. Look, it's basically the 50% of that daily bearish fair value gap, or inverse bearish daily fair value gap, to the bottom of it, right? It's inside of that. We couldn't break above it, and we couldn't hold. We just can't hold when we've been getting up to this area. So that's why I wanted to see it. I said I wanted it inversed first, and I would want that hourly inversed. So we have some decent support down. Before taking it up to here, but candle body closes above. That's what we need. And we're just not getting that. So the market seems kind of weak. But shorts are scalps for me. Still, so let's see. Let's see what we could do. Let's re-put this back. All right. That way we can leave that on the charts as a visual. Market. Yep. I'm just going to leave this because that's still my idea for the upside. We need to chart out that hourly because, there's this right here. also resistance. There's a lot of stuff on the charts. I don't like that, but these are levels that need to get over to be able to hold for bigger longs. Right? Zoom out to the daily. Yeah, it filled that gap and it just stayed in there. So we're just kind of bouncing between these levels here. Actually, more or less from this one day to this bearish inverse. Just right in between these two. Yeah, get above it and sell off. Get back into it, pop up. Get into it again, sell off. Hanging right in the middle here. We're underneath the 10 again. I'd like to just see some serious expansion out of this zone or breakdown. I don't care for that point. We want some bigger moves. So drop down to a 5. Yeah, I mean, that's what I got so far. I believe at some point we would come up and fill this gap. So that would be a profit taking zone. And really, unless we inverse this, we want this inversed fair value gap to become support, not resistance. That's how we can develop a better long thesis. Currently, can't get through it. Gap down out of it. It's holding that gap that was filled from yesterday. So, if we're going to get short biased, we need some sort of market structure shift on a higher time frame. We just don't have. This has just been a slow consolidation grind up. Not great. Not like this. That's what I want. That. This is just choppy, straight up. So it's just not ready to break out yet. We're kind of holding the support here, and we have this, I don't know, almost this tapered, this kind of tapered effect. I hope it just doesn't, continue. It's kind of lower highs, higher lows, kind of consolidating in here. So obviously, if there's some sort of break of structure here with displacement, and then we come back into this gap here and we've cracked this, that's the short. Might get, let's go to a 4-hour. There it is. I mean, you could see a little bit better this move here. That's all low resistance liquidity. Also, we kind of have it here. So whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of liquidity underneath this, and above it if they're short. If you're short from up here, they're going to stop you out up here. If you're long from below this, they're going to stop you out that way. And then ultimately we have this larger gap, right? That needs to be filled at some point. So unless we start getting aggressive down through here, I'll be looking for that target right there. I guess it's 17. I guess I would just say 17,800, right? Whole number. And where are we at? 18,345. What is that? 500 points. It's not too bad. So those are the scenarios right there. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll do another video, and thanks for watching.